corporate people will have to come together to help. Now, the type of leadership that we're talking about is the type of leadership that will legislate with a respect for the Constitution, with a respect for human life. Understand that people are important. With a understanding that there are a lot of organizations that are sitting on the sideline. And one of the jobs as a legislator will simply to be help to bring together these different aspects to make us a better place. For example, the education program, it has to be a corporate fixing, not an individual. And so as your legislator, I will work for District 26. You see, one of the things that I've not done, that many other people have done, I've not taken one single dime of PAC money to try to be influenced one way or another, because I will work for the District 26. And Warner Robins and the base is equally as important as a hub that you make. You make this like this is just it. This is a district.
Oh no, I agree.
And
I think actually Warner Robins is probably more successful than Macon. Irving was making out like Macon is the hub, the economic engine of Central Georgia, and I don't agree with that. I think Warner Robins is more.
It really is.
Well, Warner Robins is kicking our butt though when it comes to.
Now. Warner Robins.
But anyway,
geographically speaking, Macon and Warner Robins is in the center, the heart of Georgia, the heart of the state.
Still not hearing specific.
It's the rope-a-dope is what we're getting at.
What is your plan for the inner city problems that he's? What is your plan?
Well, not just inner city, just for those counties
whatever.
and those cities.
I'm asking.
Right. I agree.
I'm asking him to address, because I know you're speaking in generality, you know?
Right.
I need a specific idea. Do you have a plan? You've been running now basically for a few months. I'm sure you sat down and thought about how you're going to affect this and that, and you studied out. I'm sure you did your due diligence about the crime here and what's going on here. What plan do you have, or are you working on it, or are you thinking about it specifically for District 26, and especially for the inner city, east, north, west, south of Macon? Those kids. Are you willing to work with Al Tillman? Are you willing to work with?
Let him answer.
But
let him answer. I know, but just let him answer. You asked the question.
I'm not finished with my question.
I know, but we don't need to be starting dropping Al Tillman and Johnny Jones.
I just want to know.
Mr. Bobby, go.
Are you willing
to
work with him?
He knows. What is your program?
Whatever.
The word that I've used may not have translated into your guys' mind. The word is conciliatory leadership.
No, I got that.
Conciliatory leadership is a type of leadership that says, I will listen to you. 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 And let's come together. That is a type of leadership that brings the plan. I don't think without conciliatory leadership, all the bickering back and forth is not going to bring the process. We need to find the education. We need to find the judicial system. We need to find So
what's your target?
My target is to be the conciliatory leader, to listen to the leaders of the county and to listen to the leaders of the city, and then what they ask us to do. You see, a state senate.
Are you going to bring any ideas to the table?
Let them finish, Irving.
I think I'm telling you, and I don't think I'm communicating to you, that we're bringing the ideas to the table of being conciliatory. That this is a district, and it is not. This is not 109 Bear Camp Road. This is a district that demands that the leadership be just a little bit different than a county commissioner or a city council person. This is someone who has to work with the people.
Have you gone out and hit these cities? Have you hit the spots you represent? Have you campaigned? Have you hit doors? Have you knocked? Have you asked the people in those places what they want, where they need help, where the problems lie?
I think you guys have identified some of the areas that lead to major concerns.
Right.
And this is what I'm trying to offer to you: is I'm listening.
Right.
I'm listening to the.
Do you have relationships with people here?
We do have relationships here. We do have relationships here, and had relationships in this area. We've done work here.
How are they doing?
And it depends upon which one you ask. It depends upon what section you are. There are some people in this county that are doing very, very well. There are some people in this county.
No, I'm saying personally. How are you doing with their relationship?
How am I doing personally?
With them, yeah.
I personally, the ones that we have relationship, we're doing very well. Some like me. Some don't.
That goes with anybody.
But if I may interject, there was someone, Ray of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thanks for chatting in. They said, I kind of like Habitat for Humanity as a volunteer organization, but I see them buying up the foreclosures and keeping up the market. Rates are higher than normal. I could buy in. Volunteering is a good form of leadership. Now, having said that, to go on what Irving said, there are some homeless people in Macon, and also there are some desolate, vacant houses.
There's a lot.
Vacant buildings all over, including downtown Macon, but definitely. And how are we able to fill these places or renovate these buildings, these empty buildings, and keeping it from having these pockets of the town becoming a ghost town?
Yeah.
That's a great observation, and again, as a state senator, we will work together with the Macon Housing Authority. We'll work together with the Macon Police Department. We'll work together with the Sheriff's Department. We'll work together with the groups that are given leadership
Would you bring
in these
in money?
areas. The answer to the question is I will work diligently for District 26. I will represent us with integrity and with the best of my conciliatory skills that I have to help us come together. Not only will I represent Macon, I'll represent Wilkinson County, I'll represent the district that is there, Jones County. We'll come together and see, because it's a district, and we want to offer that type of leadership. Now, guys, I hate to tell you something, I am not Superman.
Oh, yeah, we didn't expect that. None of us are.
And the questions that you sometimes are focusing in, you're looking for Superman, not a state senator.
Well, no, I think if people want to put themselves out there and they want to be a leader, then they need to lead.
And have a plan.
They need to lead. If that's what they want to do, they need to lead. They don't need. A lot of times, I think some of these people, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but a lot of people are just doing it for the notoriety, the ego, and they just want to get the check, the measly amount of money, and But let me jump to this. I've got two different things to bring up, and you can answer them. I'll give them both to you, so that way you can go on with them. We don't have to keep interrupting. Two things. Being a man of the cloth, I want to know what you think of separation of church and state. Okay, and a way back. Well, maybe he does. A while back, how do you feel about Alan Peake, fellow Republican who endorsed Paris instead of you? And to quote Mr. Peake, he said, it's not a personal attack, it's just a reality. It's very difficult for a Republican to win that area. And this was about a year or so ago when Peake said this.
Quoted?
Yeah, this was quoted right off. And basically...
what source?
Old line, Macon.com. Basically, your own boy, your Republican Alan Peake, your party, he went for the Democrat Paris. What do you feel about that? And then, of course, the being a man of a cloth, the separation of church and state.
Well, those two easy answers.
Good, I love it.
Number one, as I told you, we support the Constitution.
Okay.
And so we'll simply go with what it says.
Okay.
Number two, your question about Mr. Alan Peake.
Right.
Listen, Mr. Alan Peake is a great businessman. He's a great person, and he is certainly entitled to endorse who he chooses.
He is.
And here was my position on that statement that I said a year ago.
Right.
And evidently is falling again on deaf ears. I am focused on my game. And I'm simply trying to win District 26 as a state senate. And I certainly appreciate Ms. Speaker. I thank you.
Yeah.
I thank Senator Parrish for the work that she's done. She's an amazing woman. And I thank
Did you think Paris was going to win? Did it shock you that Lucas knocked her out, David Lucas?
I'm really surprised that Mr. Martinez didn't win. That's
really
because
you wanted to go against. That's because you had a chance against Irving.
Listen, I don't know what you mean by that.
I guess,
if you want to explain that,
okay. I don't know.
I don't know. Real quick. Would you challenge Mr. Lucas to a debate?
you share?
The question is, we're open to
No,
conversation.